Well, it's release day for Commander Masters, and I have to say, I am shocked with the price declines of all the major staples from this set. Are they going to hold? How low are these cards going to go? I'm talking massive decreases of over 50% on some of these cards at release day. This is a warning to never get too hyped on pre-release prices and to always wait for the singles to go down if you're gonna purchase these cards. But my God, these cards have really tanked in value, and it's definitely alarming to anyone who's purchased this stuff sealed, because these prices are scary. Let's take a look. Now, the first card I wanted to show you guys is the Textured Jeweled Lotus. This is the most expensive card in this set, and as you actually could see, it went up in price. Originally it was starting at about $600, and then a week and a half before pre-release it popped up all the way to $843.55, then it's dropped all the way down from its all-time high to $672.96, meaning that this card has decreased by 20% in price on release day. Next card here is the Dragon. This is another textured foil. Now, I have a feeling Dragon is probably going to decline more than any other card in this set because it is a popular commander, but the amount of versions that they have for Dragon, and remember, this is also a card where you need it as a commander only, right? It's just one card, one and done, that's it. You know, you're not going to be building multiple Dragon decks. It's not like it's an artifact that you can use across all your commander decks, or something that could be cross-format played, right? Like something that's played in Modern or Legacy. This is the Dragon here. So I think that this card is going to tank more than any other card in the set personally, but you never know. Maybe I'll be wrong on that. So this card, it originally started at $499, went all the way up to $509, and then it's tanked all the way down to $331.75, making it a decrease of 34%. Next up is another textured foil. This is Kozilek the Great Distortion. Now, this card originally started at $149.98, went all the way up to $161.77, and that was the pump before pre-release, and then it dropped all the way down to $138.98, making it decrease 14% on release day. And the next card here is another Jeweled Lotus. This is the foil etched version of the card, and this one has tanked quite dramatically. It started off at $250 roughly and dropped all the way down to $150.27, meaning that this card has dropped by 40% on release day. We've got another Jeweled Lotus, and this one is also tanked quite dramatically. This is just a regular borderless version of the card. I actually pulled this one on the channel in the set booster box opening. Now, this card was starting at about $200 for its market price and has dropped all the way down to $89, meaning that this card has decreased by 55% on release day. Next up here is Extraplanar Lens, and this is another foil etched version of a card. It started at $200 and then it's dropped all the way down to $89.61, another massive decline in price. And this card has also declined by 55%, and I actually think that the foil etched version of the cards, I feel like players, they do not like etched that much. I don't know, maybe it's just me personally. I don't like foil etched copies, and it just feels like something that they've overdone. It started off in the original Commander Legends set, and then they've used it for so many other sets moving forward to the point where it just doesn't feel special anymore as a foil version of the card. So I think a lot of these foil etched copies in Commander Masters across the entire set are going to crash. Next up is another Jeweled Lotus. This is just the regular Jeweled Lotus from this set. Now, this card started off at about $70 for its market price, which I thought was actually fairly low for Jeweled Lotus, but maybe I'll be wrong. This price might go down even further than it's already at right now, which is $63 for its market price, meaning that this card has declined by 20%. Next up is another foil etched card, and this is the Dragon. I've said that Dragon is probably going to tank more than any of the other mythics in the set, and then you pair that with the fact that it's an etched foil copy, and you're looking for a massive decline in price. In my personal opinion, $106.95 is its market price. Basically, a week and a half ago, dropped all the way down to $57.43, meaning that this card has declined by 46% on release day. Next card here is another foil etched card. It's Doubling Season. This card literally, the price just went down. There is no straight line, there's no pump upwards, it just went straight down. Now, it started off at about $94.59, and now it's sitting at $59.07, meaning that this card has declined by 37%. Next up is Craterhoof Behemoth, another foil etched card. Now this card started at about $110 for its foil market price and has dropped all the way down to $51.37, meaning that this card has declined by 52% on release day. And now we got another doubling season card to talk about, another card that's the decline in price. It went from $64 all the way down to $41.16, meaning that this card has declined by 35% on release day. Now we have Demonic Tutor here, and this is the borderless copy of the card from Commander Masters. Now this card has also declined. All the cards in the set have declined. None of them have went up, but that is very typical of most Magic the Gathering sets, especially reprint sets. It started off at about $69.97, went all the way down to $36.15, meaning this card has declined by 47%. Last card I wanted to show you guys before we discuss the entire set is the Great Henge. Now this is a card that is being reprinted in Wilds of Eldraine. Probably one of the reasons why this card has declined so much in price is, they're trying to ask for a premium price for this premium product, and then you see it being released in a standard set. Obviously, they'll be a little more difficult to pull because they're in a specific slot, similar to Strixhaven in their Mystical Archive slot. But if you look at it here, it's declined massively. Look, $44. It went all the way down to $31.82, meaning that this card has declined by 29%, and it probably has quite a ways to go considering Wilds of Eldraine is right around the corner, and everyone knows they can get a good copy of that card probably for a lot cheaper than the price is right now. Let's be honest. You're looking at 2 reprints in a quick succession, and it'll just absolutely nuke the value of this card, including lots of cards in this set, because this isn't the only card that was also reprinted in Wilds of Eldraine, right? So you're looking at a lot of cards that have a lot of downward pressure on them. Now, I've been saying for a while, I made a video about it specifically saying that I think that this set is going to crash more than any other Master set, and the reason why is because you're looking at not just all the specialty versions, which is something that you can actually look at from price history when it comes to Modern Horizons 2. Now that was another set that had a ton of different versions of cards, and you look at the prices of those singles, especially fetch lands, you're going to have something similar, I think, happen to a lot of the cards in this set, and fetch lands are actually more playable than a lot of the cards in the set. You need them for multiple formats. You have a lot of cards here that are commander focused, so you only need them for your commander deck, which is not really a competitive format, so it's a format where it's okay to use proxies. So when these card prices are so high, players will say, no, I want the original copy, and I want an actual Wizards of the Coast card, but if these prices are so high, I'm not going to pay them. It's going to put a lot of downward pressure on these cards, and not only that, you just need one copy. That's one thing that I mentioned so many times that I feel like I have to stress it so much, because that is a critical point, I think, that people need to really consider. You only need one copy of a card for a commander deck, especially if it's a commander. You just need one copy, and we have 5 versions of the same card in this set. Think about all the downward pressure that it's going to cause on the single prices in the set. You're going to have a massive crash. I think probably the biggest crash for any Master set in Magic the Gathering's history, and I think we're on the verge of it right now. Unfortunately, not trying to be an alarmist here, but it's, if you want to buy singles, it's the best time to buy singles. If you want to buy sealed, not a good time to buy sealed. And if you look at Magic the Gathering releases in the past few years, a lot of those sealed boxes do not hold in value at all, and especially reprint sets. I feel like people are just fed up with all the reprint sets and the fact that they keep trying to justify high prices based on the secondary market for these singles that are inevitably going to crash anyways. So what's the justification? After a while, players are going to keep asking this, and eventually Wizards is going to have to pivot and do something similar to what Konami does, where the prices of boxes are really cheap because they know that they're going to keep reprinting the cards anyways, or they're going to have to keep going down the lottery effect, right, where they have to do serialized cards and stuff like that, which people think is kind of a cheap gimmick, but that's probably where they're going to keep their direction, because they want the money. They want the money. They want the money from players. They want the money from collectors, and that's why they call things collector packs and collector boxes, because they're trying to dupe people into thinking that, this is a collectible, when really, at the end of the day, Magic Gathering is a game, and it kind of used to be a collectible, but I feel like the fact that they keep trying to reel in the whales, but the whales are leaving, going to other TCGs, going to things like Pokemon, or they're investing their money elsewhere. You have high interest rates in general right now, so you can get a better return on your money than putting it in something risky like Magic the Gathering, especially in the past few years. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and make videos every single day on YouTube. With that being said, again, I'll see you in the next one. Use promo code Mattcaster for 5% off your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store. Qualified orders get free shipping Canada-wide if you use our promo code Mattcaster at checkout. Whether you're buying singles or sealed product, use our code to support the show and get a discount.